like I should say your name fast because that's the way you played the game.
Well, I just have, thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you.
But is the show going to be fast? Because I heard like it's a little bit less time down here than it is uptown.
Well, I think it goes by so quickly.
Yeah, it's not quite jet quick, but it does play with some pace.
Because when you guys are home sleeping, we're still on the air.
Yeah.
I just want you to know.
That is true.
That is true. We might be having a teeth or two after the
There it
radio
is.
here.
There it is. And that is true.
Whatever that is.
DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is just as dedicated to his craft as you are at yours, but it's off the court where he says he's been on a search, pushing my limits, the flow of life, the people I meet, the environment I want to live in. All that stuff fulfills me more than everything. Kevin, the game of basketball opens so many doors for him to search.
It does indeed. Thanks, David.
And Karen DeVerta, a 4-year player at Michigan, he's been nothing short of sensational since breaking out with the Nets. The only issue has been injury for him, Kenny.
Yes, he slid a little bit in the draft due to injury concerns, but his ability to step right in right now as an elite defender has probably separated him and got him on the floor. And now offensively, he's put it down.
And we saw how much better the Nets were a year ago when he was healthy as opposed to when he was out. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Weissman. And Wiggins in at the 3 slot. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen in center. Then there's Karis LeVert. That's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Nice shot by Thompson.
Well, you can't overcommit when Green has the ball. He'll make you pay by finding the open teammate.
Outside Irving. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. It's a three-point game. Cans it from downtown.
Oh, that's a drop in the bucket for Mr. Curry. One of the softest three-point shots you'll ever see. Kenny, you played alongside some incredible clutch performers. Who would you give the ball to now for a game-deciding three?
Game-deciding three. Steph Curry's number 1. Klay Thompson's number 2. Reality time, so I'll go with Trae Young.
What about Dame Lillard?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dame Lillard, number 3. And then Trae. Steph, Klay, Lillard. Game-winning 3, not off the dribble.
I'm going to throw a wild card out there. Kawhi.
No.
Kawhi says, hey, Kevin and I saw him hit one of the biggest threes.
Yeah, that's a wild card.
That's a wild card. I mean, hey, he hit a three to get to the front.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And he was injured in that game.
Yeah.
He had those two. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Durant for 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. And it's 1. And they're able to recover. Count that one. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Thompson for the triple. And another 3 for Golden State.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Keep finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Kenny, I'm going to ask you to look into your crystal ball while you are here sitting by us courtside. In 5 years' time, who do you think will be the top 5 teams in the league?
5 years.
Go ahead.
Well,
Don't you think like Dallas would probably?
Dallas will be there. The Lakers probably still be there if Anthony Davis is healthy. The New Orleans Pelicans will be around. Zion turns out to
is what we think he
he'll
is.
be around. And then after that, it's a crapshoot.
Milwaukee.
Oh, the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, that's 5 years, and Milwaukee Bucks will still be there. In the East.
Dinwiddie against Thompson. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And check out the numbers for Dinwiddie. He had a strong showing last season. He's averaged 20 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently delivering you points makes such a big difference for a team. Yeah, it gives you something you really style going into every game. And you can also work off of him to create fun.
And he gets it back. Shots good by Green.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And as Vince said, we're witnessing the golden era for lead guards. Do you agree with that? And if so, is it the players or the style of play that's key?
I don't know if it's the golden era but it is a great era. But the NBA, that is the toughest position. Because you can have a bad team, but you're going to always see a great guard. And that's always been the case. Even in our era, if I was playing against the Dallas Mavericks, they were terrible at the time. Hakeem would go, well, you got to play against Jason Kidd. And so it's always the position in the game. And so you got Westbrook, you got CP3, you got Trae Young now, you got the young, the old, you got it's always the toughest.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. Then for the Warriors, Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Wiseman. Eric Castro comes in for Green. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Thompson.
And they don't want to get in the habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Nets trailed by 9. Kevin Durant missing all of last year, recovering from that torn Achilles tendon. Now, in his first full season with the Nets, what do you expect from him? Where's he going to go?
Well, he's going to have to adjust his game. But, Greg, man, have you ever seen anybody come back? Achilles injury?
I mean,
At that age?
Yeah, we've seen him come back, but we've not seen anybody get back to where they were. And he's got a long way to go because of where he was. I mean, he wasn't just a great player. He was an all-time great. So I think we're all rooting for him to get there. But, it's going to be a challenge.
And the basket by Curry.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Karis LeVert. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
Jordan finds Green. Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Curry. Shamet the pass to Harris. Boy, that looks like Thompson. Yes, it is, and so they will avoid the basket there.
punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They lead by 7. Another three for Golden State.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Oubre with the steal. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Here's Luwawu. Down low. Here's Jordan. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
Curry gets the bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now, here's Shamet. He's tightly guarded. Here's Harris. Goes The basket by Curry.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
They certainly found something along the rim. Just an onslaught of 3-point bombs.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. The Warriors on top, ending the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And for anyone who thinks this game isn't about hard work, listen to Steph Curry.
I can't tell you how many shots I've taken in my life and how many hours of log practicing, but it started with a love for what I can do and just love shooting, love being in the gym with a ball in my hands, and knew from early I was kind of a natural at it, but in order to get to this level and for me to have gotten better, that's the catalyst.
And as we know, Greg, Steph comes from a family of great shooters. It's in the blood.
But as you said, it's about the work. The NBA players have had tons of kids. Most don't make it in this league. Steph is on his way to being one of the best to ever grace the hardwood.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Courtesy of Gatorade.
Okay, I hear you.
Quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Taurean Prince. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the two-guard spot. The NBA definitely is a global product, and at the same time, Commissioner Silver reaffirming the league's American values of free speech. This caught some people off guard, perhaps. It's not always easy, is it?
Well, he's got the most difficult job, and you got to give the commissioner a lot of credit, staying true to who he is and what he feels the league is about, and able to tell that story to the world, and not just here nationally, but internationally.
Sacrificed money that was coming into the league for values that he thought were important.
Bottom line, freedom is not free.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. Wiseman's checked in for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Eric Pascal. Thompson with the bucket.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Not too long ago, we saw a number of NBA players, balk at joining the U.S. national team.
You keep it.
Played in the colors of red, white, and blue represent this country. Why are players lining up to represent the U.S.?
Well, I think it's also a combination of the teams. The investment that they have in their personal players, individually, contractual stuff. They're scared of the risk. So it's not just the players' decision. I'm sure that there are teams that are calling their players and say, we'd rather you not play.
And we've seen big-time injuries in that regard.
And the other thing is, too, our guys now, back when we played, you only did international competition once. Right now, some of these guys have done it for 5, 6, 7
Yes.
And you factor in their long runs in the postseason,
Yes.
and that's a lot of wear and tear on the body.
A lot of basketball. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Dinwiddie's got his first basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers? Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
And slam dunk by Allen. Warriors leading by 15. Thompson for the triple. It's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
It makes sense. I mean, when you look at where they both finished, there's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
So for the Nets, Durant's checked in for Jordan. Harris, Torian Prince. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Warriors also with a sub. Curry's checked in. And every team needs a go-to scorer late in close games. Kenny, when you think about your list of what qualities are essential to be that guy in crunch time, what are they?
I think to be a great crunch time player is to not look at it as crunch time. It's like, these are the shots that I would take regardless of the situation. I think LeBron got criticized for that early in his career when he would pass up shots. But he takes the same shot regardless of the situation, which makes him more comfortable.
I would have to agree with that. The other thing, too, as the game has changed, I think your ability to be able to set up the shot for Kenny's point, like you, because the court's open now, right? You're not, it's not as physical, so if I can move without it and get to my sweet spots. And I think that also helps you to be able to finish in rhythm. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And staying with the play, Allen.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Curry outside. A rebound by the Nets. And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. And Z-Web, what can you say? Kenny Smith never one to pull any punches when he's talking about basketball. Or anything, for that matter.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he's such a piece to those Hakeem Olajuwon championship teams there in Houston.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Allen. Nets trailed by 19. Outside Irving. On the wing, Harris. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Thompson from long range. Offensive rebound.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game. The points are starting to come for him now.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
Nailed from three-point land.
And he is having an unbelievable game from three-point range. How long can he keep this up?
Irving finds Green. Now Harris. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
In the corner, Irving with it. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. Green's got his first points in this one.
Straight up effort gets in those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing that, you'll come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. And returning from his sojourn, doing some in-game analysis. We laughed, we cried, we turned down the volume. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Smith.
Yay! Welcome back, buddy! Kenny, man, we missed you. Yeah, I know. You guys missed me. Like how much? Seriously. Put it in the That's not a lot.
No.
They treated me so well down there. What's the rest of it?
How about 0?
So hurt.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Oh, man, what a tremendous first half. Okay, obviously he's feeling the flow, and he's looking to keep it going.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiseman's out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Thompson with the bucket.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Nets trailed by 20. Now, Dinwiddie. Pass to Durant. To the inside. And smacked on by Allen.
And you know Kevin Durant commands so much attention coming off the pick, and rightfully so, but then the court vision and passing, he just leaves the D helpless.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It just mind-blowing.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Green.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Irving passes to Allen. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. They get the rebound. Durant got a piece of it. They get it back. And that one drops. Allen's got 14 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Curry with the 3. Good! Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. A nice shot by Irving.
Gotta know that Irving is an excellent mid-range shooter, but then again, where isn't he a great shooter?
Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Curry with the three, and again for three.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And the only thing that can slow down his three-point onslaught, maybe a break in play.
Well, this crowd can do nothing but watch in awe, G.A. He has been spectacular.
If I'm him, I'm shooting every time I get the ball. It is just an incredible night for him, and there's still time left.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's got 5, and it's jam it, miss it.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open three is usually like a layup for him.
Took him no time at all on that one. Thompson's got 38 points.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Passes it to Luau. Lets it go with the three. Knocks down the three ball. Luau's got 5 points so far.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
But these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence. Oh, my word. This is a shooting exhibition. A three-point barrage for him.
Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 5 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Eric Pascal picks up the 5. That's his first foul.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Green comes in for Torian Prince. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Landry Shannon. Oubre, good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense. And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Wiseman's checked in for Chris. And it's Green and for Eric Pascal. Here's Wiseman. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the night.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
He's off on the first.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Dinwiddie wide open. They can't stop the run with that one. Here's Oubre. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Oubre's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And a dunk by Jordan.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
Curry, good.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good. Durant's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Luau Cabarro. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. 34 seconds left here in the third quarter. Curry outside, and yep, another basket.
make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Outside Irving. Jordan the pass to Dinwiddie. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Oh, well, listen, guys, that was great work, making them pay for the laps on defense.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Oh, skill, length, time. Durant, he's special in all those categories. He can dominate on both ends.
It's Curry outside. Good, another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Jordan. Irving is out there with Johnson. And it's Durant. And it's LeVert in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact, a lot was let go on the floor, to what we're seeing now. And there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage and play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. Eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right?
Yep.
You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our area. There's more space. The court, in essence, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man. And these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. Here's Wanamaker. That misses off the backboard.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Torian Prince comes in for Karis LeVert, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Irving. Johnson, the pass to Shamet. And here is KD. Stolen away, and the foul called on Kevon Looney. That's foul number 2 for him. Caruth is checked in for Brooklyn. And for Brooklyn, their shooting and offensive execution has been beyond great. They are 63% from the floor in this game. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure a thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
Johnson, a wide open look from outside off the mark. Warriors have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. Here's Smailagic. Good on the bucket. Smailagic has got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, the drive to the bucket was great, but the finger roll was even better.
You hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You think back to the likes of Russell, Will, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? Giannis. Yep. You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you are involved in more facets of the game.
Bazemore for three. And Shamit with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. Here's Jordan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And so Jordan nails both of them. And the Warriors with possession here. From deep. And Kent Bazemore good for three. Bazemore's got his first 3 points of the game.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, the D like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
And the first one drops. Last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year.
Wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Prince. Here's Johnson, and he lays it straight in.
I'm not seeing the same energy level in their rebounding as we did in that first half. They had been coming away with a lot of second chance opportunities. Not so much since the break.
Here's Karuch. They grab their own miss. And it's Shamit missing. Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Looney. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And the Nets making a change here. Green's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Smailagic is checked in. On defense, the Warriors. Johnson outside. 5 on the clock. The shot from the low post is good.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Wanamaker the pass to Toscano. It's good from long range. Toscano's got 5 points now this quarter.
He gets it to him off the bounce pass and gets the assist.
Johnson outside. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Good work there as it goes. And the Warriors with possession here. Here's Wanamaker. No good on the three. The Nets have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
He had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
And it's good off the back rim and in. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Toscano, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul. And he makes the first. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Landry Shamit. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation. Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
And both free throws good for Johnson. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Toscano. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. Sustained effort across the board.
At the line of your nets, Tyler Johnson. That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. And here are the Warriors now. The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. Smailagic misses. Here's Luwawu. Poked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Johnson left side. Off the mark from 16 feet out. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions. So I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.